some kind of effort in the, say, industrial area. So making some more connections between India and Japan. It could be some community to work on the educational factors, some community to work on the cultural factors, on the language factors, on our, like we were saying, the etiquette thing. So some committee or some team of people can work on that. So there will be soon, say magazine. If we start on it, I'm sure if tomorrow we announce we want to start a magazine, I think so many things are going to flow in. Everybody wants to express. So there will be a team working on it. So we'll have this kind of representation. So right now we just have the founding committee there. We are also going to expand the founding committee. Then we'll have executive committee. For executive committee, we will have digital elections across Japan. Everybody of us will have opportunity to actually become a part of the executive committee. We'll have an advisory committee of seniors who have been here for a long time. Also in the advisory committee, we will have those legal experts, medical experts, maybe some ex-policemen or senior industrialists, so who will be actually able to guide us. Like Niranjan, who is today's MC, he himself is very much willing to work on the educational part. So there are actually people already coming in proactively, they want to join. They want to start something under this banner and then make this effort big. Then we'll have regional representatives, as Sri was also saying. We will have at least 3 to 5 representatives from every prefecture of Japan, in every prefecture. So starting from Hokkaido to Kagoshima, we will have, or maybe Okinawa, we will have representation in every prefecture, so that anybody has any issue, anybody wants any information, there will be a sound network, people will know where to reach. People will know where to reach. I want to do a music program, they will know where to reach. There are so many actually, she's sitting there, Vinta-san, and they are doing so excellent music programs. I think not even 5% of Indians living here would be knowing about that. So even that information will be accumulated into single one place. And these regional representatives will help actually spread out that information to people in all those pockets. Then we will have local community representatives on Ajai. So from every community like Tamil, Marathi, Telugu, Bihar, Jharkhand or more, from every community we will have representatives into Ajai. We will request them to send representatives so that whatever is discussed in Ajai, that information very effectively flows back, because they have connections with the local people, with the people from those states effectively than Ajai. They have been there. That what you can say, that forum is already set. They are already in the move kind of. So we'll actually build up on that and try to make much effective communication through that. And then I just said like sector-wise communities. So for various sectors, education, manufacturing, could be restaurant. So many guys come to me, Yogi-san, I want to open a restaurant. Can you support me? So Yogi-san, actually sometimes I'm overburdened. I don't have time. So if once we have an information platform there, so maybe we can create a group of 10 people who have experience in opening up restaurants in Japan. So they can formulate some a set of information which will be available to anybody. A free booklet. You don't need to worry. Just come there and you get the information how to start a business in Japan. Very fair idea, very fair information. What could be the roadblocks? Go next.
Yeah, so all this is not possible just within us. So basically, we are planning to collaborate with various authorities. First of all, our own Indian Embassy. So we'll be working very closely with the Indian Embassy in different wings like cultural, trade, economic and technology in organizing or getting information or establishing good relation for our Indian community benefits. Then collaborating with the overseas Indian Affairs team for various matters. Then collaborating with the local bodies like our ward offices, not only Edogawa ward office but also other ward offices also. Then prefectural governments, JETRO, NPOs, there are many other NPOs from Japan itself, so we can really collaborate and we can even help people back in India using some of the funds in Japan. So it will be a collective effort from multiple organizations.
Yeah. And as far as the funding part, so when we start doing activities, we obviously need funds. And what we have thought is, we are planning to request the individual members per family, maybe 1,000 yen per annum of membership. which I think is quite well thought. And then we have so many Indian companies or maybe Japanese companies who are interested in India. We are going to request them to share maybe 50,000 yen per year from their pockets. So once these good funds come in, it will help us actually maybe using some of our people actually in collating the information. So honestly, they can actually receive some honorarium. We can actually utilize funds in making video programs. We are actually, the other day we met Edogawa Award, we also suggested them if we can together make video programs. Like say in New Indian coming to Edogawa Award, they can actually provide this video in a room, and just the Edogawa Award, when people come for registration on the first day, they can actually direct them to see that video, so that they actually start their basic education from there. So we can work together like that. So these funds will be utilized for these kind of factors. And as I said, we are going to actually make this organization complex, so that it is well governed. We have ideas from different people. We have different ideas from different people, and then we decide what is the best. So governance, accountability, these are going to be very transparent, and we have decided that these all rules of governance, accountability, everything will be open book. Anybody can see. We'll be publishing our accounts time to time on the website, so anybody can see how much coming in, how much going out, for what purpose, and it will be provided in a very easy to understand format, not those clumsy where people, oh no, I don't want to see it kind of. So that is one of the very basic thumb rule we have formed in this organization. Yeah.
So I am on this slide will give you a background about what are the current status and situation. So the association framework formation is basically in progress, and the NPO registration we already started. The legal formalities are being done. It will take around 4 to 6 months to establish the NPO organization in Japan. And bank account opening, it's already completed, and any fund transaction happening will be happening through this bank account.
Only.
Yeah, only. And social media presence, we already completed that. We have emails in place, Facebook group account is there. Actually, you might have already received some flyer today, and below that you can see our social media presence. I request, take this opportunity to request all of you, please join the Facebook group, or we'll also be having the member registrations happening very soon. Please start using that and register yourself. So Facebook is one, Twitter accounts we already completed, and website it's a work in progress. So we are actually creating a lot of information there, and we will be having a member only area where the members can register, and some information available only to the members will be shown through that area. And all our future events or any type of events we'll be organizing will be registered through that, so you can track what's happening. And the fund information, like Yogi-san mentioned, will also be available at the website. And elections, it is yet to be started, so we'll be starting. And the All India Festival also will be happening sometime this year. And web store of useful information is a work in progress. Then we already started actually the collaboration with the Indian Embassy, and also we'll be starting talking to other Japanese bodies to how we can associate and support each other. And membership registration is already in progress.
That's for the corporates. For the individual members, we need some more time. Actually, the website is still not in a good form. So once the website and a few rule formation actually comes to a good stage, then we'll actually send out information to the individual members so that they start registering. Now, this is as we all the time we are saying, individual registration is not just for being a part of the Ajai, but it is actually for the safety, for the information and reachability of all of us. So suppose anything like say suppose earthquake comes, we are actually going out of communication if a large earthquake comes. So in such situation, like your parents in India or anybody who is worried about you in any part of the world, they will at least have this forum where they can just come and they can actually send their inquiries or queries or their worries kind of, and there will be actually someone to respond or work on it. So that's the most important part we have to actually understand. Yeah.
So one request of regarding social media. So like I mentioned, we already have a Facebook group in place. You can search for All Japan Association of Indians in Facebook. Please join as a member in that group. So a lot of information will be shared there. All our upcoming events information also will be shared there. So just your cooperation in that.
So
Thank you everyone. Basically when we were, I think we have explained all the details regarding why we started and what are the objectives and what we'll be going further doing about for Ajay. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.
thank you so much.
A big thanks to both of you for the presentation, and this has really charged us all up, and we would now like to introduce all the founding members of Ajay on the stage.
Yeah, before I start the introduction, I can't help but make one remark that apart from all the good things that they have already mentioned, I think we as a group of Indians, we underestimate the soft power we have in terms of, if you just look around this room, most of us are from IT, that is a very serious taxpayer base. And I feel that we should have the due influence that they should bring. So sorry for the digression. But let me start with Yogendra Puranik, who will be the president of AJI. And he is master in economics and business management. He is in a management position in a Japanese bank. Has been in Japan for 20 years and extremely active in Indian and Japanese community. And in fact, this is a very extremely brief introduction. I have known Yogi for a while and it doesn't do any justice, but in the interest of time, we'll move on.
Niranjan-san, I'm sorry actually, my introduction is done, but I know we took a long time for the presentation. So if all the founding members agree, can we skip this part? I'm really sorry. Maybe we just come on the stage and we go to the next part of the presentation. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, in that case, we'll just give a quick call out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
please,
we have
please.
Yogi here. We'd like to call Hari Narayanan, Shri Kumar, Bhuvan Tiwari, Abhishek Sali, Anand Vijay, Shivram Puspati, Atul Goyal, Gauri Shankar, Rajesh Kumar, Srinivas Panda, Tyagarajan, and Yasmin.
So please a big round of applause for all these amazing people.
Okay, now that we have everyone on stage, may we please request our chief guest, Dr. Siddharth Singh Ji and Dr. Mrs. Vandana Singh Ji onto the stage for the ribbon cutting ceremony. Okay, we'd like presenting the bouquet, Dr. Vandana.
So now I would like to request Mr. Siddharji to please present bouquets and certificates to the star performer of this evening, the third group. Firstly to Padma Shri Gulabo Saperaji. Gulabo Saperaji is a celebrity gypsy dancer from Rajasthan, awarded the highest civilian honor of Padma Shri by the Government of India in 2016. That itself tells everything about her. She featured in the reality television show Big Boss as contestant number 12.
Okay, here she is.
अपने हिंदुस्तान में कांच का टूटना शुभ मानते हैं। बधाई हो बधाई हो।
I would also like to welcome the Dhod team. Dhod Gypsies from Rajasthan group is known today as the cultural ambassadors of Rajasthan. Some of Dhod's most prestigious performances include Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee celebration in London, performing for the Honorable Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi, playing for the President of France, and so on. They have performed in front of an audience of 200,000 people. And we'll also request Siddharji to please present a bouquet and certificate to the representative of Vaishnava Jana Group. And now I would like to request everybody to please stand up for the national anthem of India and please do join in.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की
जय
वंदे
मातरम।
Please take a seat. Dear friends, the Ambassador of India, His Excellency Shri Sanjeev Kumar Verma ji could not join us today, but he has been very gracious to send a warm message to us. And I will request Niranjan to please read out the message.
Message from Ambassador of India, His Excellency Shri Sanjeev Kumar Verma ji. All Japan Association of Indians, AJAI, is being launched at a time when India-Japan bilateral relations are going through an expansive phase, including people-to-people exchanges. Given that there are a number of associations of Indians all over Japan, it is expected that AJAI will act as an association of associations to bring the resident Indians in Japan further closer. I wish AJAI accomplishes its mandate and objectives successfully. Thank you.
We thank Sanjay Kumar Verma ji for his words of encouragement. And now I would like to request our distinguished guest tonight, Dr. Siddharth Singh ji, to please come on stage once again and say a few words. Dr. Siddharth Singh is the director of Vivekanand Cultural Center, Embassy of India, Tokyo, for the period of 2018 to 2021. In a regular position, he is the professor in the Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies, Banaras Hindu University. He has been honored by prestigious Fulbright Senior Research Fellowship, USA. Dr. Siddharth has been ICCR Visiting Professor of Indian Studies in Uppsala University and Karlstad University of Sweden twice and Hyderabad Central University. He has presented papers and chaired academic sessions in more than 10 countries.
Konbanwa, namaste to all of you. It is a great honor for me to be a part of this historical moment. Therefore, I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the Embassy of India, I would like to congratulate all of you and to the founding members of Ajai to start a wonderful dream which would be fructified in the future in a form of large tree which would represent India and Indian culture in Japan. From the very beginning, approximately when I joined this position 6 months back, I got the opportunity to visit certain celebrations of some regional associations. And first question which came to my mind that so far we do not have any association which could represent the Indians of entire Japan. I'm so happy and overwhelmed to see the emergence of such an association today. in our embassy, we have been witnessing a lot of issues, a lot of recommendations seeking by the government of India. They ask us to recommend certain organization to host, to seek or to find out any organization which could sponsor, which could give a platform to certain cultural delegation which is being sent from India. And Embassy of India often found this as a difficulty because regional associations might not represent the entire India in that way. Perhaps we have got our answer into the form of Ajai now. This Ajay has a lot of responsibility and a lot of challenges too. Indian diaspora has been doing a great job, and if India is being taken very seriously in the whole world, so the larger credit goes to Indian diaspora living in the different countries. The responsibility of Ajay will have to prove those demands by Government of India and by Indian society, which is looking forward to see the development of Indian culture, to see the progress and care of Indian society in Japan. And I believe that Ajay would be successful in fructifying the dreams of all Indians in Japan. I had given certain suggestions to Yogi ji and all the team members, Shri Kumar ji, Bhuvan ji, all those who had visited Embassy of India. In the different countries, the Indian diaspora in USA, in Australia, in Canada, they have been representing their cultural elements into the form of different ways, because many times the regional associations of India, the different states, or the associations based on the linguistical basis, they illustrate such a wonderful element during their cultural events, but those are not recorded anywhere. The Indian society is not even aware that what you are doing here. Even those cultural events, those doesn't reach even the Indian society of Japan, because mostly those cultural events are confined to those states or those linguistical based population. If Ajay could start a magazine in whatever way, into the form of e-magazine or into the form of printed magazine, so it would be a wonderful achievement to record all those elements, all those events on one platform. At the same time, in the cultural programs of a state, I have come across the young talents illustrating their performances into the form of dances, into the form of their verbal skill, into the form of their musical talent, and those are often completed, or those are often finished with that performance only. I believe that we are having so many talents who can write wonderful poems. We have small children here. And when I'm talking of the diaspora, so I'm not confined to only Indians per se. Because Indian diaspora in a larger perspective has a large population of our Japanese counterparts also, into the form of espouse, into the form of orchids, Japanese kids. And you see that Vaishnav Jan, the form of Vaishnav Jan being presented by our Japanese artists, they are also a part of our Indian diaspora. They also have an understanding of Indian culture. They have been contributing to our culture. They have been contributing to our different forms of cuisine making, different form of the dance, the music. So the Indian diaspora in a larger perspective must have a platform where they could illustrate their talent in different ways. And Ajai has to fulfill that demand. Ajai has to fulfill those dreams. And the methodology, the whole plan of Ajai, what we came across today, has very clear concept that how to proceed. How to go further with certain ideas. And those ideas will have to incorporate the demand of the Indian society and the vision of the entire Indian cultural propagation. Every year, the Government of India has started organizing Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. Recently, on 9th of January, Embassy of India had got this instruction from Government of India, and we didn't conceive the idea that whom to approach for this fructification of Indian diaspora day. If you will approach any particular states organization, states association,